Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to Wellmed! Welcome to the stream! I'm Leona Theodosia, and today I am once again playing Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. So, we're on Turnabout with Ablaze still. We got 2 streams down? Yes. I had to think about it for a second. But yeah, we're 2 streams down. I got some hot tea for once. Like, a little too hot. I'm gonna burn my poor little tongue. None of you burn your tongues on tea. Or anything else too hot, for that matter. I'm sorry, I want to get a drink of tea. Ah. Like, I need to flow on it, though. Okay. Let's jump into the game now that I got a drink of tea. It'll be good for the throat. Oh gosh, that's loud, that's loud, that's loud. 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 Okay, maybe that might be a bit too quiet now. I think right there is about good. I might need to make it a slightly bit louder, but we'll see. We'll see once we actually start getting into here. All right, so I think we just found out the fireplace. Oh, hey, you can actually see in the over area. I think I need to turn my headphones in too. Hold on. That's probably better. Oh, wait. What did it do that makes a loud sound? Oh, that's talking to... Sorry, Francesca. It's not that. Yeah, this little beep is supposed to be louder. Okay, yeah, I think I made it too small. Too quiet. Too small. Yeah, that makes sense about talking about volume. The volume is too small. Too quiet, I now decree, can also be said by saying that the volume is too small. Alright. Oh my gosh, right. We got a bunch more evidence last stream. Holy cow. You can tell it's the last case. We have 3 pages of evidence. That's so much. That's so many. Right, I think we need to talk to Miss Oldbag about... Wait, we already did. I think we investigated the fireplace, and now I'm not quite sure what it is. I did look at the end of the screen, but we didn't have any leads, so I think I'll go try talking to people. Morty. Actually, I don't know. Does that pick up on the mic when I do that? A little bit. Okay. Curiosity stated, I'm sorry. I think we might need a... Can I get around? Oh my gosh, there's too many people in this room! Oh my gosh, this is like the most people I've ever seen in one place in an Ace Attorney game. I think and that can only happen because freaking... It's freaking Miles' game. You can actually run around, it's not just screens. No, it looks like I've talked to her. Let me... Actually... No. Samurai dog. Oh, right, we found one of those. Okay, we gotta ask if it's one of hers. That samurai dog was yours, wasn't it? Oh, of course! I'm forever yours, my edgy wedgy poo! Hold it! I love Wendy and Edgeworth being in the same room. It is a comedic duo. I love it so much. Asher is constantly making that face. Wendy's having a good time. I actually rather like Wendy Oldbag, which kind of surprises me. She's not usually the character I would like, but I do like her. If you could just stick to what I ask you. Edgy, are you and Miss Oldbag? No. You really don't change, do you? When will you learn how to take a joke? Anyway, that samurai dog wasn't mine. Those things are a present from the studio to the emissary. A present. The studio bigwigs basically told us to play delivery boys. You're supposed to hand the dogs off to the embassy people and tell them hi. I had to pile them all onto the push cart just to move them all. The studio guys should deliver those things by themselves, right, Edgy? So did you deliver the samurai dogs to the emissary staff as per your instructions? Hey, Edgy! Don't just ignore me and my question. Aren't you going to stick up for me? No. Oh, about that. See, after the show, I went to rest a spell in the dressing room. Because of my bad hip, you know. And there they were. The samurai dogs were just sitting on the dressing room floor. Oh, they're in a box at least. I suppose you had to make preparations for distribution. I suppose you had to make preparations for distributing them after the show. Well, if by preparations you mean sampling them as well. Excuse me. Oh, I tried one and thought they were actually quite good. Sorry, but I just had to find out, and I know it was silly of me to think this, but I figured that since they're for a kids show, their taste was probably for kids too. But they were so good that I couldn't stop. Before I went back to my room, I just had to help myself to a half a dozen or so boxes? How big are these? How much did you eat, Wendy? Miss Oldbag. Good to know her appetite hasn't diminished in her golden years, shall we say. My goodness. Be prepared to foot quite a bill if you go out to eat with Wendy. As I sat there by the roaring fire, warming them and eating them, I thought, ah, this is it. Wait. Ah, this is... Chill up. They're just silent. What is it now? Oh, I know. I bet you want a box too, don't you, my edgy poo? Well, who am I to say no to you? But I'll only give you one. The rest are all for me. Present for him. She ate quite a few in the dressing room, she did. How big are these? Also great, we're talking about food and now I'm hungry. Gosh dang it, I just started streaming and getting hungry. Oh well. Looks like the lesson for today is that when the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess take off their masks, they transform into a pair of annoying troublemakers. Oh, that was it. It would appear that the answer has made itself known. Okay, well, we got some more information for both the Pink Princess and Steel Samurai. I knew we were not quite done with Wendy yet. We got a lot of help from her last time. I don't know how much more she's gonna show up, but I do know we're gonna get more Steel Samurai content. That's all I can remember. I really, really, really don't remember too much of this one. Which is a good thing, because then I get to enjoy it again. Haha! Sometimes having a bad memory comes with benefit. Ah, well. Okay, Lang. You're making quite a confident face there, Mr. Prosecutor. Bring it on. I'm ready to counter any argument you may have. Very well, then. If you are prepared, I'll show you exactly where my deductions have led me. Good! I'm counting on you, Edgy! Leave it to me, Larry. My first attack will be to expose your lie for what it really is. My lie?! How many times is he going to do the waterfall tailor's face? I wish I had a counter now. I should see about getting a counter, maybe. I don't think we'd use it too much, but maybe I should have one. I could find excuses to use it. Anyway. I know that there is still something you are keeping from the rest of us. What's wrong with you? Why is it that you won't believe me no matter what I say, Edgy? Curse you, I should have just hurry up and die already if that's how it's gonna be. I'll confess to every murder in the whole world and then kill myself. Please don't! And then throw everything into mass confusion! I think... Larry... Again, don't! Secondly... You really are the king of troublemakers, aren't you? Made some wonderful friends as a child, I see. Larry, I only have one thing to say to you. Even if you make that face at me, it's no use! A man who's ready to die is strong-willed, you know? Larry, it doesn't matter what sort of harebrained trouble you've caused. I only ask that you do not lie to me. You cause an innocent person to be judged unfairly because of some insipid lie. I'll never forgive you. Edgy. Although, allow me to say that I consider you to be among the innocent in this case. And that I will draw the real killer out. You can trust me on this. Alright, this time I'll tell you the whole truth, okay? What happened didn't happen, the works. Just the what happened will do. Now then, if you would please testify as to what you did up on the roof tonight. Cross-examining Larry! Up on the roof. After the show, I left the push cart in the rose garden. I came into the embassy. Then they took a picture of me shaking hands with the ambassador. Oh, we have that. After that, and until my next appearance, I had some free time, so I wandered around. That's when I spotted the chimney. A chimney like that's a rare thing, you know. So then I wanted to play Santa and decided to give it a try. Wait, that's a lie already. Yeah, I spotted that too. Hold on, let me... Where is it? A letter from the stalker. From Miss Ulbeck has mistakes from bad penmanship. It's not Wendy. It's Mindy. Larry wrote this. I figured that out yesterday. I think I can already use it, maybe? Larry, I thought I just finished telling you not to lie anymore. But it's kinda ultra embarrassing. What exactly is so ultra embarrassing that you can't tell me? Edgy, man! I just said it was embarrassing, so of course I can't just blurt it out. You're just gonna have to reason it out of me! Francesca just smacked him. I love having Francesca on my side, it's great. I don't get smacked all the time. As your superior, I command you to hurry up and expose this man's lie. I have every intention to, or I'm not about to let us waste time on such a trifling matter. Because he didn't decide to play Santa. When did Wendy get the thing? Was it before? I really can't think. When did she get it? I don't think it says. Mistakes from bad penmanship, but yeah, that just looks at it. Alright, well, we'll try it as is, but we might need to do more. Yeah, picture, don't have internet. Experience, have free time, wandered around. That's when I spotted a chimney like that's a rare thing, you know. But then I want to play Steel Samurai, so I give it... Play Santa and give it a try. Nope. I didn't mean to do the oops. I'm just gonna skip this. I didn't mean to do this! I thought there was one more for some reason, oops. Yes, you're correct. Oh, maybe I should try pressing on. Maybe not. Larry's usually pretty straightforward. I'll try. Pick a dinged, I get dinged. Yeah, so then I wanted, yeah, it's the so done that I have issue with. Whoops. Oh, good, that worked. Maybe? Larry, prepare to be buried down under this piece of evidence. Actually, no, that didn't work. Oh, the music paused. Music paused that thing. I might have to press on that. Okay. Nope. Do I have to press on this? Larry, how long do you talk? My goodness. No more definitive piece of evidence. Really? Okay, what could be more definitive? No, it's not gonna be this. This doesn't have a timestamp on it, okay. Wait, what is this again? Oh, instructions to get there. Okay. Wait, can I look at these? No, I can't. Sorry. That didn't work. Alright, let's reevaluate. Let's spot the chimney. A chimney like that's everything. Could you really spot the chimney from there? Because the gardens are in there. I guess they kinda are. Maybe. Maybe that's not actually an issue. Okay. After that, okay. Right, shook the hands. I think that's an issue. We're left pushcart in the rose garden. Can you elaborate more on that? We left the pushcart. Could you please clarify that statement for me? Yeah, so the wheels on the pushcart got covered in dirt from the rose garden. It would have made a mess of the floor inside, so the ambassador Elba said to just leave it. Well, it would be rather impolite to dirty another country's emissary. And to think of it, I recall seeing the Pink Princess on my way into the emissary. And what was she doing? Nothing in particular, but she was being carried by some docs on a stretcher. She must have been incapacitated by the pain of her bad hip that she suffered during the show. So, I came into the emissary, right? Yeah, and then... Okay. It's just like, I know I figured out he planned this before. Maybe I do have to press on this. Hold it! Let me do that. You suddenly wanted to play Santa. Oh, well, actually, I dressed up as Santa once before already. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has. That was down at Gourd Lake. Yeah, I remember that. I don't think he actually does, but he does mention that he's a Santa, and Phoenix feels really bad for the kids that have to go up to Larry Santa. I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't dredge up such unnecessary memories for me. Yeah, that was a really bad Christmas for you, wasn't it, Edgeworth? Sounds like you guys share a lot of history. A peek to being childhood friends, huh? Besides, it's not a felony to dress up and play Santa, you know. Santa doesn't go around killing people after he comes down a family's chimney, after all. Actually, it is worth delving into whether or not playing Santa is a big deal. Yes. I believe so. Actually, I believe in the case of this man, playing Santa is actually quite a big deal. Are you saying that your buddy isn't exactly made of Santa-quality stuff? Lang, you've met this man for more than a minute. You should know this already. Sorry, Larry. Precisely. You hit the nail on the head, Agent Lang. Hey, Edgy! That's so incredibly mean! Tell me something, Larry. Did you know that Santa's job is to deliver presents to people all over the world? Why is the music picking up? Of course I know that! I did graduate from junior high, you know. In that case, it's your turn to tell me something. I want you to tell me to whom you were delivering a present to. I was, delivering a present to a child, not basking in the warm glow of love. That must be the most elegant description of you I've ever heard. But a lie is still a lie. You sure know how to kick a guy when he's down, you know that? In any case, the person you wish to deliver a present onto was most certainly this. Why did that ending of the sentence make it sound like it's an object? Do we have... Who are you? Oh. We actually got your... I have not looked at profiles. I didn't realize the Mass Second actually has a profile. Oh my gosh, everybody looks so different. Anyway. I think it's... I mean, we can't choose... his girlfriend. There's not like a blank one. So it would be Windy. Okay. Interesting taste you have there, Mr. Suspect. Don't spread lies about me. I totally didn't want to see Miss Oldbag so much that I'd try to go down a chimney. Ow! I advise you to stop right there in your bashing of a lady. Go, Francesca. Be nice to Miss Oldbag. Again, I'd rather like Windy Oldbag. She's a fun old lady. Well, I must admit that I, myself, hardly ever have the want to run into that lady. However, what if you were misinformed and under the wrong impression? Then what? Define wrong impression. I simply mean that the man before you thought to enter the old lady's room without knowing one very important fact. And that fact is best summed up with this. The letter, I'm pretty sure. Larry, I'd like for you to take a look at this piece of evidence. No way! But it's not really all that important, is it? It's always like this. You act so high and mighty and then you bully me. That's why I refuse to look at it. Be quiet and just take a look. Well, if you say so, Francie, but only because you say so. Some people never change. Even if their attitudes do change at the whim of woman. So what's up with that anyway? Why, it's proof that you never even knew existed, of course. Oh, is that all? Well, I don't need it right now, so I'll just give it back to you. What? I got you on the ropes now, don't I? Is that piece of evidence unrelated to the question at hand? Oh, it is! Edgeworth! I did know one for a fact when he tried to sneak an old bag's room. Do I have anything else that... I think he just didn't know it was Windy. Because he was surprised. It's not gonna be the undershirt. I'm like, what do I have that, Oh! It's probably this. Request for Miss Oldbag to stand in for Mindy. Mindy gets mentioned, so yeah, okay. This. Something the old lady received from her employer for the night. The girl who normally plays the Pink Princess, Mindy was it again? It seems that this man is quite taken with that actress. Well, that's not true, Edgy. She's the one with the hots for me. I just know it. I can feel her sexy being piercing my heart when she's watching me. Larry, I'm gonna smack you. I'm not reading that. Also, you got smacked again. Thank you, Francis. I guess this one case. You filthy, despicable, inconsiderate, fickle, idiotic, cowardly aberration of a man. You haven't matured at all since we last met. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Yes? This guy. Got bigger problems just getting involved in murders, I take it. You just figured that out now, Ling! Larry's a goober. He is a goober, but also I've just like puts face in hands and groans. I do like Larry overall, but there are times where I'm like, this This is why people don't want to hang out around you. Because he's like genuinely a good guy, but I'm just like, Larry. Larry. He doesn't even need to turn down the eccentricities. He just needs to just be upfront, like sort of like Edgeworth and Phoenix, because they do got his back at the end of the day, and I'm just like, Larry, for the love of everything. I think it's more of the lack of common sense and the weird priorities is more of the problem than the eccentricity. But yeah, Larry is a goober. Larry's biggest fan is Larry. I think he thinks it's all the ladies in the world. Also, hello, Crappa Iris. Hello, Margaret. Welcome, welcome. I suppose you could put it that way. Hey! What the heck, man? I don't get you guys at all! Why do you have to make me out to be some sort of bad guy? Because you're really towing the line of being creepy there, Larry. I actually might be crossing over it a little bit there, guy. Don't do that! Oh boy. Why don't you go back to like making little cute art pieces to give to the people? You the better use of your time, my dude. Don't go being a creep! To return to the original topic, I propose that at least this much has been made clear. Without any knowledge that Miss Mindy had fallen ill, Larry tried to make his way into the Pink Princess's room. That's much we know for sure. Are we? Oop. Yep, we are. Oop. Hey, Edgy! Looks like I got the hang of this court thing now. We're not in court at the moment. Shut up! I see what's going on here, and it looks just like what you do in court. It does look like cross-examination. I'll give Larry that. I guess old boy here still has something he'd like to say. Like she says, till the root of the tongue dries, one never knows the whole truth. That's a rather odd saying. Maybe it doesn't translate to English very well. You shouldn't form conclusions till everything is out in the open, which is why I'll listen. Alright, then get ready to listen to me defeat Edgy in the Battle of Wits. He's absolutely going to lose. He's gonna reveal something incriminating, though. He's gonna help, but he's absolutely losing this Battle of Wits. Does Larry ever win a Battle of Wits? I feel like that's actually happened one time, where he outsmarted some people. I know there's one time where he's very adamant about what he saw, and then Phoenix realizes that even Larry wouldn't be this adamant about something. Because he's known Larry for so long, he knows when Larry folds and goes like, yeah, it was my bad. Or like, nah, I was wrong, I was exaggerating, or what have you. And so, yeah, if it wasn't for Larry, you wouldn't have been able to solve that. So, like, again, Larry at the heart of it is a good guy, but sometimes I'm just, it's berry face and hands grown. Sometimes. Okay. Harry, have you forgotten that should I lose, your victory prize would be your arrest? This man is ready. Larry's assertion. So you think that all I wanted to do was go visit Mindy? Well, I dressed up as Santa and climbed up to the chimney, but the smoke was really thick. It was a case of mistaken identity, and that mistake made me late for the speech. And to top it all off, I became a suspect in a murder. That's what you really meant. But why would I even put myself through so much humiliation on purpose? Not away without him? No. Trish was quiet. Even like... Hey! Somebody say something! Larry, are you seriously trying to submit this, not as a confession, but as a testimony? So what if I am? There's something wrong with that. My claim is a claim. Claiming my claim. Do you have a problem with that? So it was you! Oh, Wendy's gonna beat you up, Larry. Oh, she is mad. You're my stalker. But I should warn you, it doesn't matter what kind of flattery you throw at me. The devoted type of woman who's wholly focused on one man. Oh, okay, there she goes. Okay, we gotta just let her go. We'll read what she says in a moment. Larry is actually able to follow that. Good on you, Larry. I'm so inspired! Such an inconsiderate, cowardly, idiotic, and all-around completely worthless man. Francesca's not impressed. I thought I heard something ominous just now. But perhaps it was just my imagination. Let's find out! What was she saying? Okay. The devoted type of woman who's wholly focused on one man and one man only, and as long as Edgy-Poo is alive, I can't just drop him and be unfaithful. No, I can't. Although earlier I was tempted just a tiny whiny bit by that wolf man. That was just a test of my love for my dear Edgy-Poo, which I will pass with flying colors. For from now on, I will stay completely true to my beloved Edgy-Poo for the rest of eternity. I swear it. He definitely heard something ominous just now. Edgeworth, you have an admirer. A little more than admirer, maybe. I know that the flowers in Edgeworth's office are always from Wendy. So she actually sends him gifts. Actually, Wendy, despite her following, from what I can remember, everything she does is all, like, publicly available stuff. So, like, she's really intense, but she doesn't actually cross any, like, lines, which is kind of cool of her. I'm like, good on you, Wendy. She's like, oh, this is the publicly available send gifts to people address kind of place. I'm gonna send them a gift of flowers, you know, something simple, fairly generic. I'm like, as intense as Wendy Oldbag is, she's also not a jerk. And honestly, impressive. Impressive she got a character like that. Anyway, I believe there is nothing further for me to prove at this point. What do you mean? Of course you still got something to prove. You still have to show me some proof I was trying to meet up with Mindy. Proof, you say? Remember, Edgy? Everything is evidence in court, right? You mean evidence is everything in court. Larry, but I understand your point. Yeah, see? I'm totally a pro at this now. Very well. If you wish to see the evidence, then let me show you the last piece of evidence you'll ever wish to see. He's so smug about it. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, maybe I would be too, and I'm like, no, I wouldn't. Honestly, I don't think I'd be very happy having so many people in one room and me talking to them. I know it's a weird thing for a streamer to say, but like, as far as I can see, I'm talking to a camera. I don't do well talking to groups of people. Too many people. I'm like a skittish little cat. I've mentioned this before, but like, you ever meet a street cat and actually know what a street cat's like? I'm like, me, that's me. I relate so hard. I'm a skittish little kitty cat. Anyway. You wanted to visit Mindy. Dress up as Santa, climb the chimney. Wait, this doesn't completely line up with the facts, I feel. Let's press on that. Was the smoke coming from the chimney really that thick? You bet! It was so thick I had tears pouring out of my eyes. It was a mess! Ling is just staring at him. I see. You do realize you've just confirmed for us your chimney escapade. What? That's totally unfair! You tricked me, Edgy! Hardly. You simply have yet to master how to counter this cross-examination technique. Whoa, what I just said was a slip of the... No, I mean, I said the wrong thing. Besides, this isn't what you really meant to say about what I did tonight. Case of mistaken identity. I think that's what I have to press on. Is that the last statement? I can't. I mean, the way. I move over a little bit. No, we got one more. Okay, suspect in a murder. So much humiliation for... This could also be where we want to present... Ooh, evidence. But I'm gonna go back to... this one. I think we need to press on this. Not quite sure how you could mistake that actress for this lady. Oh, Edgy Poo, are you staring at me? You're finally succumbing to my feminine charms. Look at her batting her eyes. I actually like this sprite. Look at her. She's so happy. Happy Miss Old Bag. I like to see it. I should think that the Steel Samurai is the one who should know all about your charms. What? Me? Edgy, are you trying... What are you trying to do to me? Nothing. Simply that the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess are husband and wife. Aw, is my poor little Edgy Poo jealous? If you could please drop that line of discussion right this instant. But Edgy, I told you, I already have Mindy! Speaking of Mindy, exactly what kind of woman would you say she is? Ooh. Oh gee, are you seriously telling me you don't know who the Mindy is? It's just like what her name means. She's super sweet with a great smile. I don't mean to brag, but she's one of the troupe's fastest rising stars. Interesting. Ooh. Ah, so you're saying a woman like that is what made you late to the speech? Ha, curse you too! Why is everyone out to make me a suspect out of me? Look, all I can say is this. I was late to the speech. Okay, let's press on this last one. Hold it! Larry, this is the final point you wish to make. You got it! I've called on all the energy I have and told it to you with all my soul. In that case, allow me to take that soul and break it. Huh? Yes. We'll stamp it under our feet until it's been ground to a fine powder. I found powder! Oh, Wendy is full princess mode. She's gonna stab you with her sword. Actually, more poke. It has a rounded tip, actually, on the sword. Eh! You really put all your soul into that, then you're ready for what's coming, right? In place of the Honorable Larry, I offer my soul to you. I'm so glad I pressed on this. This is great. Larry, come out from beneath there and face this like a man. You're scaring me, my liege. This whole testimony is one giant confession of all that he's done tonight. He's practically begging me to show why he bothered to put himself through all this. Yeah, it's... You know, I wonder... Hold on. There's, I think, maybe a setting. Where is it? This. Right? Okay, yeah. I should turn this on sooner. Oop. Oh. Did he change? So you think that all of it... Okay, so this is the last one, right? Okay, yeah, I'm definitely where I think I am. Still double check that. Now I think I might Now I think I show the note. Okay, yeah. That did work. This time. Larry, don't even think about denying that you have knowledge of this letter. Hey! Why are you showing that thing to me? I'll be descending on you from above tonight, your lovely knight. Well, isn't that just romantic? But you weren't able to descend on her from above, were you, Mr. Loving Knight? Ah! I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't remember a thing. You can pretend to be ignorant all you like, but it's written right here. This letter proves that you were not out to meet the old lady, but rather you were attempting to pay Miss Mindy a visit. What part of this letter shows that the person Larry had intended to meet was Mindy? The badly written name. Larry, I suggest you take up penmanship lessons. That is, if you never wish to experience this level of okay. If you never... Actually, let's read both of them. Larry, I suggest you take up penmanship lessons. That is, if you never wish to experience this level of embarrassment ever again. Oh, what the heck? What are you talking about? Speak English. You wrote Mindy so sloppily that became windy to the average eye. Larry gets burned. Yeah, he do. Hey, stop begging on me. It's so embarrassing. There. Isn't that what childhood friends are for? They're the best, aren't they? Wang's just been sitting here the whole time enjoying this fiasco. I have the distinct impression he's quite amused. They're the best. Wait, they're the best, aren't they? For punching. But I have to wait until we're off this crime scene. Yeah! Edgy, save me from the scary man! No. You angered Wolfman. You get the consequences. I'm not getting between those two. I'm not getting in front of those teeth. You deal with it. Sure, if you're willing to make amends, starting with your incredibly embarrassing mistake. That wasn't me. Come again. It's a fake! Someone's out there to get me, so they made that fake letter. Just set me up! Accept your defeat graciously. But you guys are being so mean. Not really. Hold it! Penmanship analysis. What's that? No matter who, all people have certain unique features to their handwriting. Ergo, all we have to do is compare the handwriting in this letter to a sample of yours. You'll know soon enough who it was that sent this letter. I'll never write another thing in my life! It's no use, Mr. Loving Knight. You already graciously provided me with a sample of your handwriting. The autograph. Take that! This autograph and our mysterious letter. If we compare the handwriting, we'll know the answer to our questions soon enough. Larry's freaking out. Just now, Larry, to your miserable failure. I'm sorry! I did it. It was me causing trouble again. I admit it. You hit the nail right on the head, Edgy. Larry, it is hard to take you seriously in that outfit. Let them believe you didn't mess up. It kinda is. I mean, when he puts the mask on, it's sort of like, yeah, it's a mascot costume. But when he has it off, he just looks very silly. Marty. So, he finally confessed. Or confesses. Saw the pink princess being carried around in a stretcher and got worried, alright? I wanted to go into Mindy's room, but the doctors wouldn't let me in. So what choice did I have? It was a chimney or bust, Edgy. Your mind jumped from the door to the chimney. What a criminally overreacting imagination. Well, at least I was honest and wrote Mindy a letter and stuck it under the door. That way she wouldn't be so shocked when I came down through the chimney. Except for the fact the letter was an utter failure at conveying said sentiment. I'm really sorry. Larry, you may be a shameful, good-for-nothing blight on the face of humanity. However, I always knew you weren't the killer. I told you to trust me, because at the very least, I can attest to that about you. Edgy, you're... Ah! We lost a lot of valuable time because of you. Ow! Given that there's 2 murders going on, yeah, that was kind of deserved. Sort of. In any case, I believe we can say that we now know exactly what happened. Sir Larry Butts sought to climb down the chimney, not for access to the crime scene, but to enter the room of the elderly lady next door. Great job, Mr. Prosecutor. Although I still find it a bit unbelievable that the 2 of you are friends. No comment. But the suspicion on that guy over there isn't completely resolved yet. So don't get any funny ideas about running off, okay? Ow. Hey, what? Edgy, what does the Wolfman mean when he says I'm not off the hook yet? He means the murder weapon. Larry, did you forget? There are 2 layers of suspicion hanging over your head. That's exactly what I mean. Can't only rely on the words of the suspect, after all. May have figured out where he was and what he was doing all night. The bloodstained samurai sword that was left at the crime scene. As long as there's no satisfactory explanation for that, this wolf will refuse to ease up on his bite. Ah! Edgy! That guy! He looks like he's seriously about to take a bite out of me! He hasn't bit anyone yet, so I think you're good. Don't test him, though. I'm well aware, and you should be as well, that this upcoming battle will be crucial. Thanks to the cooperation of a lovely bumbler, I've been dealt a very nice hand and a sweet trump card. Looks like we're about to enter the final bout. Now, Mr. Prosecutor, let's see what you've got. I can easily point out the contradiction in the supposed murder weapon. The real problem for me is figuring out what the real murder weapon is. It'll be a high-stakes gamble. It is one game I can't afford to lose. Larry is just too foolish to be believed as he really is. Why, Larry? Sorry. I was the one who found the body of the victim, Damask II. Beside him was a steel samurai sword, glittering red, and offering up the scent of blood. It was supposed to be the steel samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead. Oh, it was supposed to be in the steel samurai's dressing room. Pardon me. Plus, I found the murder weapon's owner, the suspect, Larry Butts, in here too. Isn't it a bit far-fetched to accuse someone simply on the basis of ownership? This owner wanted to sneak into the crime scene. I think that's plenty to go on, don't you? You're alluding to his reason for being by the chimney. We've already established that. Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. You two are longtime friends, right? Who's to say you didn't fabricate the evidence to give him an alibi? You're accusing me of fabricating evidence. You think I can believe anything you produce? Forging evidence is all you prosecutors do. This man has some serious issues with prosecutors. But come on, I can't think of something as complicated as that, right, Edgy? Larry, I can agree, because I know you and your personality well. However, Agent Lang knows nothing about you. Or me, for that matter. I sense his hatred for my entire profession emanating from his entire being. Is he gonna bite you? Meaning that the only way I can prove Larry's innocence is to present irrefutable evidence. So we gotta have spot-on evidence. We're gonna have to press on a lot of things, aren't we? Yeah. Okay, I guess we'll just start pressing on stuff. So you were the first to discover the body this time. This time? What's that supposed to mean? You better watch what you say. I only said this time, because earlier Kay was the first to discover the body in Babal. And your secretary, Agent Shina, was ready to accuse her of murder for that. Ha! So you're going to use that excuse to call me suspicious now? Of course not. I was simply pointing out the unusual pattern with discoverers of bodies. But in the Balbanese case, was the proof that she was but in the Balbanese case, there was proof that she was holding the weapon, right? Well, in this one, it's a bit different, since we know exactly where the weapon is. Okay. Anything more to say? Anything more to say? Excuse me, but glittering red and offering up the scent of blood. Do I have to spell it out for you? I meant the sight and smell of blood, of course. And according to the test, the blood on the sword belongs to the victim. The sword was made only to be used on stage, so it's not sharp. But it is pretty weighty. It's certainly heavy enough to beat someone to death with. Which leads me to suspect that the victim was beaten to death with the sword. Beaten to death? This last statement is too important to just let slip by. I suspect he beat the victim to death with that thing. Is the new lead. Supposed to be Steel Samurai dressing room. I'm here instead. He has already testified that he forgot the samurai sword here. Yeah! I was shaking hands with the ambassador in here and I left it behind by accident. So what? You lied earlier. So who's to say that this excuse isn't just another lie? I forget stuff all the time, right, Edgy? Tell him! Why don't you tell him yourself? You see? What did I tell you earlier? No one would buy such a pathetically weak excuse. Yes, well, I know that's not possible to prove such an excuse as truth. And yet you offer it up as fact. You're a worse person than I originally thought. You're free to think what you'd like. However, I know that Larry is not the killer. Agent Lang, please continue with your argument. I'll expose the flaw in it soon enough. This should be the last one. Yeah. he found Larry in here. What was Larry doing? What was Larry doing? It's because he's the owner of the weapon. Therefore, he must be the killer. Is it? No. Climbing all the way up to the chimney is plenty suspicious in my books as well. Regarding that, I have already drawn the truth out. And the truth is one thing I don't bend. Doesn't matter if it's you or whoever. You prosecutors are all the same. And as for me, prosecutors are one thing I don't trust in. Objection! An agent who doesn't trust prosecutors. What are you playing at? Sorry, sis. There are only two things I trust. My subordinates and evidence at the crime scene. Well, I really would really hate to see the day you lose faith in either of those there, Lang. Agent Lang hates prosecutors. As long as he trusts evidence that has been left at the crime scene, then there is something I can show him that he can believe in. It's simply not possible that the samurai sword is the real murder weapon. So I should focus on proving that point to Agent Lang first. Okay, so we go to the one we got. What do we... Okay, there it goes. Samurai sword. Is it hollow? Why can't I just look at this? I miss having 3D rotating objects. They had to use it pretty sparingly in these games, though. Okay. Come to think of it, in the Great Ace Attorney, they have tons of objects you can just rotate and look around. They don't hide, like, a lot of things behind, like, oh, you can't fully examine this because if you examine it, you'll figure out too soon the trick. Which is nice. Like, let me look at things! Ah! I'm nosy, I guess. Also, I'm really curious when the samurai dogs are gonna become a vital evidence. Let's see. Do I use the samurai spear? You know, I should save it. Xulong Lang's argument. You usually don't get his full name. Because Lang is his family name. He's named after a dragon. That's why he has the dragons on his sleeves. It's Xulong. I think it's long as in dragon. Alright. Let's try showing the spear is hollow. Will that get them to check the sword? If it's hollow? I think Larry mentions, like, all the props are hollow. So I guess it's the only thing I can think of showing right now. If this is wrong, I'm gonna have to have a good think. Oh, it's right. Cool. Hey. Do you know what this is, Agent Lang? It's a long spear, right? We used to use those a lot in my country a long time ago. Piercing, mowing down people. Spears are the weapon of heroes throughout history. Spears were pretty cool. It's the next most effective weapon after the whip. I don't think people use the whip as much as you think they do, Francesca. I think the whip is in a slightly different category. So what's your point? Are you gonna tell me that the spear is the real weapon? No, I simply want you to take a look at the section here. The way it's bent? Precisely. Apparently, a certain troublemaker hit it against a wall in this embassy earlier. And as you can clearly see, the inside of this steel samurai's weapons are hollow. In other words, the replicas that aren't strong enough to deliver a damaging blow, let alone the multiple strikes necessary to bludgeon someone to death. And yet, there's not even a dent in the samurai sword. How do you explain that? Yeah! Actually, no, it's yeah! Oh yeah! The sword and the spear are made of the same stuff, so they bend easily. But I wish they'd make them out of better stuff, because the spear got bent. I wasn't able to do my special early summer rain jab move. Man, I got such an earful from the director of the play for not doing it in the show. Steel Samurai's special move was changed tonight because of him. He bent it. Larry couldn't do the early summer rain jab special attack. How is that going to become relevant in a murder? I'm so glad I don't remember this. And Francesca smacked him again. I'm not sure if he deserved it at that moment. Would not agree. That's more than enough out of your whining whimpering. Now, back to the topic of the spear. Yes, let's return to the real topic of discussion. This is where the real gamble begins. I don't have a real strategy, per se. So all I can do for now is let the chips fall where they may. Using guesswork and taking risk in place of real logic is hardly the Von Karma way. It is the right way. Not that kind. I hope you appreciate my pun. It's neither smart nor very clever. Miss Von Karma, as you know, unlike your father, I am not a genius prosecutor. Thus I doubt his record of a 40-year win streak will ever be broken. Perhaps it's for the best if it remains unbroken. But no one should have conceived of the notion to convict all defendants in the first place. Objection! What a foolish statement from a foolish fool who hates to lose. Francesca, you know innocent people would have been convicted otherwise. Girl! Priorities! Get them in line! The job of a prosecutor to make sure that all defendants are found guilty in court. There's nothing more important in this world than a perfect victory. That may be your opinion. However, I don't believe that's all we are. As a prosecutor, what I pursue is not the perfect victory, but perfect truth. And if that means that the bridge I must cross will crumble beneath my feet, let it crumble as I walk on towards the truth. You're good at keeping me entertained, Mr. Prosecutor. You know, humans are delicate creatures. The slightest bump and we expire. I'd like you to consider, if you will, the possibility that the sword was used in such a way that the attack killed Damas II without bending it. So what do you think of a hypothetical scenario? I think you know what to do here, right? And what you need. Of course. What I need is evidence even he can't refute. This is it. It's time to bring this to a close. What is it? You know, I don't think... Does Setros actually have an animal associated with him? Because I was about to say, I was going to be like, it's like the... You know, insert animal here versus the wolf. But I'm like, wait a second. Setros doesn't have an animal associated, mythical or otherwise. Because, like, Phoenix, obviously, his name's Phoenix. If you can't figure that out, I can't help you. But even in Japan, Phoenix's Japanese name is Ryuichi, if I remember that correctly. But it's Ryu as in dragon, at least phonetically. That's dragon, more or less, in Japanese. It's a little more complicated. I'm not getting into it, but anyway, it means Japanese dragon. So, yeah. Japanese Phoenix is associated with dragons. He's associated with birds here, so it's like bird versus wolf if it was Phoenix. But I'm like, I can't do that with Edgeworth. What would we put for Edgeworth? I don't know. Maybe I can look and... Yeah, I can't think of any time he's been associated really with an animal. Other characters have been, not him. Okay. What is his testimony? It's possible to use a steel samurai sword to kill someone. And under these circumstances, it's the only logical conclusion. We searched the emissary top to bottom, but the victim's blood is only on that weapon. So isn't it only natural that suspicion would fall onto the owner of said weapon? How long do you intend to cling on to that preposterous theory? As long as I want, because we eliminated every well, not eliminated, because we examined every corner within the walls of this emissary. There's no stone... What did I just try to say? There's no stone we've left unturned. And we have managed to come up with only one logical conclusion. The only place inside this emissary with the victim's blood on it is the sword. So... we gotta find something that has the victim's blood on it. Let's see, Edgeworth should be associated with a block. He's a blockhead. Lots of edges on a block. That's a little mean, don't you think? You left no stone to unturned. Is that a fact? If you got something to say, then say it in the only way I respect, Mr. Prosecutor. Yes, of course. In that case, allow me to make it all crystal clear for you. Let's see. Samurai sword. Circumstances. Bottom. It's just... okay, it is 4. It's usually 5, but it's actually 4. Let me look at things. I don't think the samurai dogs are in play right now. Butterflies and bloomers. Those are red. Don't... Why do I suddenly feel like the flower stakes for this are suddenly gonna be more important? I think we might not have the evidence now, or don't have an angle to work with. So I think we have to press. Probably. Okay. I'm not sure if I would press on the first. I don't know. Just go down the rope. Just go down the rope. Check. I wish I could, but it won't let me right now. But I'm like, those are red. Are those relevant? I don't know why. I really don't remember this, but sometimes I just get feelings. I'm like, for some reason, I feel like that's relevant. It's like deja vu, but not deja vu. May I inquire as to how you are able to make such a claim, Agent Lang? Nangji's sets, capable of miracles beyond comprehension. a mysterious creature is man. Rather than that, it's Agent Lang's quotes that are getting increasingly incomprehensible. The human body is a mysterious thing. Even with a toy-like sword, it's easy to kill a man if you hit the right spot. Which is why I think it's possible to kill with this thing without leaving a dent. But we can only be sure one way or the other by seeing if the wound matches the sword. I know that. As long as it's a possibility, I can proclaim it as much as I'd like. I don't know why, but I suddenly became very aware of how deep V Agent Lang's shirt is, and I'm like, cover up. Saboria would definitely be saying something else if she was here. I might have to use my twin later. She's gonna I'm not. She would totally smack me if I do. Anyway, press on this. You must know that your conclusion is wrong. Given the circumstance I'm in, the only people I can trust are my subordinates. Because they're a much more trustworthy bunch than you prosecutors will ever be. You call yourself a professional. Now they're just yelling at each other. Still don't see, do you, Mr. Prosecutor? You have to earn my trust. And the only way to do that is to show me proof of another possible murder weapon. Another possible weapon? In this room, there's only one other thing left. It's going to be a gamble, but I can't withdraw from the game now. You're not going to get my trust. Wait, you're not going to get me to trust you by the power of your glare alone, you know. Plus, I have other reasons as to why I think this samurai sword is the murder weapon. Yeah. Wait, if I press on this, do we... It comes blood. That is a sticking point. The only place where you could find the blood... The only place where you could find blood was on the samurai sword. That's right. Even with luminoil. Which means that there are no other possibilities outside of what I've already outlined. Kinda have to raise an objection, don't we? You believe that there's no other door of possibility left to open. Then allow me to force one open for you. Ow. And how do you plan to do that? By showing you what may possibly be the real murder weapon. Wait. The guy was hit in the head? Yeah, maybe he was smacked in the head with the statue. Because both countries claim to own the real one. National treasure. Only Ambassador and Secretariat can touch it. So even if they searched the whole embassy, they still wouldn't have been able to touch the statue. Do I have the other one? Yeah, the right... Wait. What is this? Right, the Balbanese statue was here in the picture. So I guess this is the... Ablaze is this one, but you can tell by the hands. They also say by which direction they're looking to. I thought that was just because they're angled differently. But maybe it's the statue. Because even if they tested it with luminoil, they couldn't test it with luminoil even. We're in the Ablaze side, so we have to use this one. Maybe that's where we're going. Ancient Length has been laughing his butt off in the background the entire time. A real murder weapon. I hate to repeat myself, but my men have already searched every last inch of this embassy, and they've concluded that nothing else could have been used as a weapon. Knowing these facts, do you still want to press forward with your little hypothesis? Of course. Because it's not possible that your men inspected everything in their investigation. What are you talking about? I don't appreciate mind games. And I don't appreciate it when people like you slander my men. I'm not slandering them, I assure you. I'm merely pointing out that their investigative drainant has a few holes in it. Namely, that there is something your men couldn't even lay a finger on. And that item is the real murder weapon. I'm just realizing, it might be the other statue. The game because it was moved. Taken from Ablaze statue, yeah. Both countries claim to own the real one. When did the murder the murder happened after this? What was it? Was it the stage show? Then he shook the hand. I think. Is that it? The statues had to be switched at some point. Nah, I'll just try the Ablaze one first. If that doesn't work, we'll try the other one. The statue switching is getting my head going in circles. I feel like I'm like a few steps ahead, and it makes it really hard to focus back on where I need to be. All right then, I'll play along for now. This real weapon that killed the Mask II. What exactly is it? The real murder weapon, which not a single person has yet touched, is this. Yeah, because it also says... would it... Okay, we're trying... I'm gonna save it, though. Wait, I have a skip option. It'll be fine.
Take that!
The national treasure of Ablaze. You mean the Premiduc statue? Yes, and as you know, only the ambassador and his secretariat may touch it. Which, I believe, means that neither you nor your men were able to examine it, correct? And he's laughing. You know very well if we did that, there'd be an international incident. Between the Kingdom of Ablaze and the Republic of Babal. I guess the chopsticks weren't the murder weapon. I feel like they're used for something. I mean, why else would we have the flowers? I don't think the flowers themselves are an issue. There's something very suspicious about those flowers. Two countries. Precarious relationship teeters in the balance. Over a stupid fight related to a sovereignty statue. I'll be damned if I let something go unexamined. Agent Lei, if you could take a look at this. The direction the statue is facing just before and after the crime are different. There is only one conclusion I can draw from that. Oh, that's what they're meaning. They weren't talking about the hands. I just realized what they're meaning. The statue is literally facing it's facing towards the room, the camera. We should have been seeing only the side of it. I just realized that's what they were meaning. I've been so focused on the hands, I didn't realize that. That's what they're meaning. The whole statue is moved. It's not just the head of the statue, the whole statue. I feel like a nitwit, but I realized it. I've connected the dots too late. I still notice the hands are different. They're wrong. I don't know if that's an oversight on the art team or something, or if that's actually relevant. Did y'all not notice? Am I still like a few steps ahead of everybody? I swear. I want to be a partner to Phoenix and Edgeworth just because I haven't noticed the weirdest things. And then they'll be like, my ECADS! This turns everything around. And I'm like, what? I just know things don't match. I can play spot the difference. Anyway. Where were we? Agent Lang, if you could take a look at this. The direction the statue is facing, just before and after the crime, are different. There's only one conclusion I can draw from that. He does not like that. Go look for Alabaster Alba and get him to give us the okay to examine the statue. Shifu, you can't listen to this infidel's words. He's most definitely trying to trick you. Shifu, please, let us be rational about this. Lengji says. Just go already! He didn't even try to do one! Yes, sir! He's very grumpy. Grumpy puppy. Shifu. Yeah? I'm really sorry, sir, but I was unable to convince the ambassador. I was unable to obtain the permission for us to examine the preemie duck statue. I see. Wait. But then the investigation is at a standstill. Agent Lang, I will go speak with the ambassador personally. Save your breath. He may act all weak and frail. That old man's one tough cookie. But I guess you've gotta be tough when you're representing a whole country, you know? Agent Lang. What do you want? Let's just hurry up and examine the statue already. What? But Shifu, what about the causing an international incident? Quiet! I'll take the fall if I have to later. Agent Lang, the hypothesis is mine. So if someone is to take the responsibility, let it be me. Responsibility? If we're gonna talk in such heavy terms, maybe I should let you. Be a real problem for my men if something were to happen to me. Alright then. Let's talk and more investigating. We want to know the truth. We can't stop here. Action must be taken. Agent Lang, I'd like to run a luminoil. Oh gosh, big word. Chemiluminescence? Chemiluminescence. Yeah, chemiluminescence. Oh gosh. Agent Lang, I'd like to run a luminoil chemiluminescence test on the statue. A luminoil test? Ah, good thinking. The statue is the murder weapon. Some of the victim's blood should be on it. Okay. Let's get forensics team in here. Ah! Looks like you hit the jackpot, Mr. Prosecutor. You know, I just realized, technically, if you just take a spray bottle and spray it on the statue, and then put the black light over it, you have technically not actually, not even technically, you have not touched the statue. You sprayed something on it, but you haven't touched the statue. That's the kind of thing that would actually hold up in a court of law. It's like, I'm not allowed, it's like humans are not allowed to touch it. I did not touch it. I sprayed it with something. That is allowed. It's like, that is not said not to be allowed. There's no laws against me spraying the statue with stuff. If you think about it, is that would actually be a law. It's the specifics. It's the loopholes. This is the law. You have to be pedantic about it. I think that's the right use of the word. I don't know. Anyway, you have to be real nitpicky about it at the very least. Looks like you hit the jackpot, Mr. Prosecutor. I guess this means that this is the real weapon that killed Damas II. Indeed. I wouldn't celebrate yet if I were you. This doesn't let your friend off the hook. It doesn't prove that he didn't kill Damas II, so the charge remains. You're hardly done examining the statue, Agent Lang. knowing that it is the real weapon. I believe further examination is required. Oh, wait. Nope, that wasn't Lang. My bad. That was Hedron. Facepalm. My bad. Let me try that again. We're hardly done examining the statue, Agent Lang. Knowing that it is the real weapon, I believe that further examination is required. Ah, you think so? Okay then, knock yourself out. Ooh. Whee! Nope, this is my life now. Where's the zoom in button? There we go. Whee! Wait, what's on the bottom? Oh. Oh, there's a freaking handprint on there. Who's got their nasty hands touching this? Also, will you say anything about the hand positions? No. They'll just say the statue looks like the Steel Samurai. Okay, hand. I've had my fun. What do we have here? This dirty smudge. It looks like a handprint. Okay, Lang is laughing. I have no idea how to do that. I'm not doing laughing in Lang's voice. I'm sorry. What's the definitive bit of evidence like you doing under here? Looks like we've got some fingerprints to analyze. Why is Edgeworth freaking out? Is he holding it? Worst case scenario. These prints belong to Larry. It looks like it's too late for me to do anything about that now. Hey, forensic guy. I want results on these fingerprints ASAP, you hear me? Larry better not have touched it. Actually, Larry shouldn't have any handprints on it. He's been wearing gloves pretty much all day. Agent Lang, I have the analysis results, sir. Good, Han. Sir, about the prints we lifted from the bottom of the statue. Well, you know the victim of the murder in the Balbanese emissary? The prints belong to him. To Mr. Manny Kochen, sir. Well, that's... What's going on around here? No, that's impossible. Each Primiduct statue can only be handled by someone of that country. But by the very fact that Mr. Kochen's fingerprints are on this one, it leads me to only one conclusion. Finally, somebody noticed! I noticed you in the hand position! I'm shaking people. I've been grabbing them by their dang lapels and being like, you just now noticed? I figured this out hours ago. The hands are wrong. Where is your visual literacy? Okay, I'm good. That's out of my system. This statue is actually the Babal's Primiduct statue. Impossible. It can't be. Ah, yeah! That's fun to say. Larry never once set foot on Balbanese soil, so he was free to go. However, this new piece of information only served to confuse us even further. Not me! I'm not really confused. I already figured that out a while ago. I'm like, can we please figure out what's going on? Everyone else, oh my gosh. I'm like, yeah, cool. We're finally on the same page. Let's go! Okay, I'm having my fun. The leader of a smuggling operation was killed with an Alabastian knife in Babal. And Damas II was killed on Alabastian soil with Babal's national treasure. And the mystery of the great thief Yatagarasu, who visited both countries. The pieces were there, but I had yet to see the big picture they were to form. To be continued. Anon. Yes, I would like to save. Thank you. Alright. Oh. Okay, we're in the courtyard now? Open air stage. I've left the Damas II investigation to Francesca and returned to Babal. I suppose my first order of business should be to look into Babal's statue. Mr. Edgeworth! Kay! So, Kay, what's the situation? Oh, it's great! Investigating is so much fun! Gumshoe, do you need a child's leash? In other words, they've made absolutely no progress. We weren't goofing off! Honest, sir! We've been investigating our hearts out! Very well then, would you care to give me an update on your investigation? Oh, we had a really fun time, sir! I knew it. Zero progress. In any case, Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir? You have permission to enter the Alabastian emissary, is that correct? Yup! As a local detective, I'm helping out with investigations on both sides, sir! Good. In that case, I can leave these pieces of evidence with you. They belong to the lady under the Pink Princess's mask. The Pink Princess? What kind of lady was playing her, sir? The kind that was also playing the role of the Pink Badger yesterday. Ah! Ugh. Understood, sir. If I happen to run into her, I'll give them back to her. And if I don't, then I guess I'll unload them somewhere. He doesn't seem all that enthused to go find her, but I can't blame him. Evidence has lost their value given to Detective Gumshoe. No then, I don't believe I'll be needing this anymore either. What? Are you really going to throw that autograph away? Yes, because that Steel Samurai was a fake. He's so disappointed. Wait, what? What do you mean by fake? Now then, I believe it's time for a little housekeeping. Okay. Unnecessary evidence has been removed. Remaining evidence has been rearranged. Okay, what do we have to work with? Well, we're down to 2. Alright. We have the emissary guide. We have notes on Kochen's body. We got the knife. Yatakarasu's key/knife. The Alabastian knife. Babal's Prima Deck statue. Kadofian paper document. Doc related to smuggling of Albanese ink. Seems to point to Mr. Kochen. Albanese knife handle. The counterfeit bills made with Albanese ink. They are in circulation in Genfa. It's hard to tell they're fake. We gotta still have some Albanese ink. Samurai spear, the alabaster statue, samurai dogs, the flowers, and the note. Okay. What else should we look at? Kay is following me. No, I did not want to do that. I'm just running around. Just trying to run around. Hey, you're not going back to Alabast already, are you? No, not yet. Still need to gather a bit more information first. I didn't want to go that way. I literally just want to run around because Kay is following me now. I want Kay to run around. Yay! Okay, let's start from this side. Any... here? Hey, do you detect the scent of treasure coming from this bush? The scent of treasure? Not at all. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, you're totally not with it. I'm not with it. No, and it's important for both thieves and prosecutors to be energetic. Perhaps for a thief like you, but that level of energy is unbecoming of a prosecutor. You really think so? The prosecutor we met at Gate Waterland seems to be pretty active. Well, he's not a prosecutor anymore. See how everything just naturally balances out? Ladder. Step ladder. Because it has steps. And if you're like, all ladders have steps. Not quite! They have rungs. Those are steps. If you're gonna ask me, a rung's like a little cylinder thing. You still step on it, but it's not a step. Steps are flat, in my opinion. I'm gonna start a ladder debate. The step ladder debate. It's Ace Attorney tradition. A ladder. Actually, that's a step ladder. They're the exact same thing. Yo, ladders are also not I think they're long. At least to me. That's how I think about it too. No way! From their structure up, they're totally different. But of course, from a thief's perspective, the best kind of ladder is the rope ladder. A step ladder is much too heavy to carry around after all. From a prosecutor's perspective, any type of ladder is guilty of being dangerous during an earthquake. At first, I think that's what you thinking your trauma around earthquakes. What is this? That's full of cement powder stacked up here. I suppose they're for their renovation. Yeah, because I don't smell a drop of gold here, or any other treasure for that matter. Hey, the only scent you should detect in a place like this is a smell of sweat. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth! That was a pretty good play on words there. Ah! Gummy, don't just randomly jump into one of our dialogues like that! Are you eavesdropping on us, Detective Gumshoe? No, it's not like that, sir. He is kind of nearby. I think he just overheard you. It would appear that the stage is also scheduled to be renovated. You know, I would love to perform on a stage like this. Something like the greatest great thief show. I should think that it would be a bad idea for a thief to show their face to the world. Well, with the thief that Kay is, she doesn't actually steal things. What am I interested in here? So how come so many traffic cones are red and white? It's because they're highly visible from a great distance. Oh, is that why? So then the reason why you wear that wine-red suit is for visibility's sake? Please don't compare me to a ragged plastic traffic cone. Anything in the bushes. Okay. I think it's the same. Oh, wait, no. Helena was talking. This bush looks like a perfect place to hide some sort of treasure, you know. Helena talks. Ah, but there's no treasure inside those things. Ah, too bad. But we do have lots of treasures back in Babal. Sounds great! I'll be sure to pay you guys a visit sometime for a 5-finger discount. Okay, no. Sure, we welcome you anytime. Are you sure you really want to invite a thief into your country with open arms? Apparently. Can we really not find anything? I haven't think I talked yet to come to. Mr. Edgeworth! You look like you're enjoying yourself, Detective. Well, I don't have much else that I enjoy as much as a good investigation, sir. So, what did you find out? No, he's just gonna laugh. He looks like a cake puppy. I think he has found nothing of any particular use, as usual. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I got something really interesting from Alabaster Polano. Oh, and what is this something interesting? This, sir! What is that? Oh, it's so pretty, I'm so jealous. It's a real treasure there. It's the flame-burned green, Detective. So, apparently, if you burn this special white crystal oil, they only make in Babal, it burns this green color, sir. Interesting. So it's a special property of the oil. I suppose this is a ploy to force people to visit Babal should the oil run out. Hey, Gummy! What about those silhouettes? That would be nice to come to. Indeed. They snuck some cutouts on the outside of the lantern so it would project the images. Oh, silhouettes, huh? They are rather pretty, aren't they? Wait, what am I doing? I was supposed to be asking for an update on the investigation. Hey, what's wrong, sir? There's something I want you to investigate for me. Do you think you can do that much? Uh-huh. You got it, sir. Hey, that's not fair. Why is Gummy getting to do all the fun stuff? Well, that's because I'm Mr. Edgeworth's partner. I can't believe you took advantage of the confusion and stole my role as assistant. I expect the two of you to get along and work together like professionals on this. We did get the lantern. Ooh, can I look at it more? Nope. It is just a picture. Boo. Hi, Polano. Ah, so you're back now, are you, Mr. Edgeworth? You must be tired. Here, with these you can eat whenever you'd like. And these are... discount tickets for our cafeteria. They open tomorrow at 10 in the morning. I appreciate the concern. However, these coupons do nothing for me right now. Open-air stage and Pyramid X statue. Okay. This open-air stage. What function does it serve exactly? Well, normally we use it for a variety of events. It's all to attract that extra bit of attention to Babal. I heard that tonight over in the Alabastian Rose Garden, Ambassador Alba was to give a speech. And you know what? Manny told me that I really should give a speech too. Mr. Ko-chen told you that? Yes, he did. Which is why I thought I should give a speech of my own. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to. Because of the fire the Yatagarasu started. Exactly. Manny Ko-chen. Ambassador Polano. There's just one thing I'd like to ask you about. Yes, and don't worry. You can ask me more than just one thing. How about 2 or 3? In exchange, I expect you'll be coming to Babal, yes? Thank you, but just the one thing is all I require. This man is a walking advertisement for his country. Manny Ko-chen, I'd like to ask about this man who was your secretary. Sure, I'll tell you what I know. Thank you for your cooperation, Ambassador. He was, well, if I had to put it in one word, he was an able man. If there was anything I needed as an ambassador, he was able to get it for me. To think that a man like that had a hand in a smuggling ring right under my nose, going completely unnoticed. Actually, I suppose because he was an able man, I was unable to detect his dirty dealings. It sounds like Mr. Ko-chen had a very sharp mind. Recently, Manny has been really busy. Since I became the Balbanese representative at the Country Unification Council, he's been working tirelessly to cover my work for me. I'm sorry, but what is this Country Unification Council? Oh, well, you see, had tonight's events proceeded without a hitch, our two countries were to reunify and become one again. But I guess with how things turned out, that dream won't be realized anytime soon. I suppose not. Ooh, ow. Oh, I'm all tense. Stretch break! Yeah! Alright. Ooh. Prima Duck statue. Ambassador Paleno, I'd like to ask you a little more about the Prima Duck statues. Oh, I see. Well, let me ask you this. Did you know that Alabast and Babal used to be one country called Cadofia? Cadofia. Yes, I know that much about your history. Well, the Prima Duck statue belonged to the founders of Cadofia. Or Prima Duck statue. At least, that's how the story goes. It was bequeathed unto the king of Cadofia as a symbol of the country's wealth. So it was meant as a symbol of sovereignty and the right to rule, I take it. Yes, that's right, which is why both countries are so adamant about their claim. We hold the real statue, therefore we hold the right to rule, is the reason. It's pretty petty when you think about it, though, I suppose. But if Alabast and Babal were to re-establish relations, shouldn't that put an end to the squabbling over the statue? I have no reason to believe so. The Prima Duck statue is even more important now as a key to diplomacy. I wonder if Ambassador Paleno knows about what has happened to the very important key to diplomacy. Perhaps I should try showing him this key and see what he has to say about it. Show me the statue. That is... yeah, this is the Babal. Ambassador Paleno, if you could please take a look at this for me. The Prima Duck statue sitting in Alabast right now actually belongs to Babal. So it would appear. I received a call from Ms. Von Karma about this earlier. And you will understand why I wish to inspect Babal's Prima Duck statue immediately. Because the statue currently in your country's possession. Yes, well, I already expected it myself. And it is definitely Alabast's statue. I know because it's the real statue. Then you're saying the Babal's was a replica. I'm embarrassed to say it's true, even though I knew that someday it would be exposed. I received my orders from the leaders of Babal, and I was to negotiate with Alabaster Alba at this event. I was to negotiate with him and fix the results of the evaluation tonight. To say that we could not determine which statue was the real one. Why are you telling me this? Well, because you already figured it out. Our statue is just a hollow gold shell. Even if Babal were to lose face, the reunification of the country is what's important. I'm right in thinking that, aren't I? I'm not making a mistake, right? If you don't know yourself, then I won't pretend to know either. I never thought by being betrayed by my own secretary, the real symbol of wealth would be given to me. Isn't it simply ironic? Hey, where are you going? Are you heading back to Alabast? Yes, but before I do, I suppose I should give you a summary of what's happened. Fade to black. Oh, I see. So there's been a murder in both countries, using an object from the other country? That's the gist of it. Babal is just as strict as Alabast. Hold on, did this update? It was a fake with the swap with the real one, or it is originally from Alabast. This one used to be real, but it's been swapped with fake from Babal. Oh. Okay. So it was saying the Babal statue was the fake one, but now the one that's in Babal is the real one. That's what it's trying to say. Great. Let's see. So there's confusion because we gotta figure out how the items, despite this strict country's regulations, how they got swapped to the other side. Yeah. In their inspection... oh, wait. That's the gist of it. Babal is just as strict as Alabath, and their inspections of the people and things that enter their country. Meaning that somehow both murder weapons were smuggled into the two countries. That's the only logical conclusion that can be drawn. Perhaps the key to the weapon smuggling is the person who traversed both countries. You mean the fake Yatagarasu? In one way or another, the Yatagarasu is connected. Of this I'm sure. Now then, where was the Yatagarasu first spotted? I believe it was the Rose Garden on the Alabastian side of the emissary. The garden is just on the other side of this boundary. It's where the Alabaster Alba was to give a speech tonight. At least that's where I heard the Yatagarasu had appeared. In that case, I believe it's vital that I investigate the Rose Garden post haste. Wait, before you go, take a look at this, Mr. Edgeworth. What is it? My guess that it's a guitar pick. I picked it up just now over there. Do you think it'll be of any use? Yes. I think your guitar pick is very important. There's a little water on it. But how did the water get on it? It doesn't look like there's anything it could... It doesn't look like there's anything it could get wet from around here. I was thinking, they have concerts here at this open-air stage from time to time, right? Alright, I'll find its owner later. It's not a pick! Not at the open-air stage. It looks like a guitar pick. It's also wet for some reason. Oh yeah, there's one more thing. Kay just picks up whatever she can. Mr. Edgeworth, will you be willing to hold on to this? What is this? It's misused perfume. It's a bottle that woman left behind, and that I found 7 years ago. I thought that one day it'd be of some use in tracking her down. So I kept it safe all this time. Thank you. I'd be honored to hold on to it for you. Kay, you're being a superstar. Go, Kay, go. So that dagger was definitely over here. I recognized it. I've been looking for it. Yeah, that's absolutely the same thing. Once again, I'm connecting dots before I probably should. Actually, I think that's one of the things that people were like, that's from the hilt of the sword. Everyone, I don't know what this is. And it was just like, so many players were like, it's from the sword. It's from the dagger hilt. It's on the hilt. Oh gosh. Hello. I wasn't quite ready to go over, but we are at a pretty good stopping point. So I think I will end it here. Because otherwise it's... I don't know how much longer is... next event's going to happen and all that. But we definitely got a mystery to solve. And we got a couple more pieces of evidence. Or a few more pieces of evidence. We've gotten a few. The fact that we got Wendy Oldbag and Larry Butts in the same thing is so much shenanigans. So many. I'm having a good time. I like this one. We're getting to the real meat and potatoes of it. We're sniffing out the real culprit. And now it seems like we're chasing after the Yatagarasu once more. Though not the real one. Because apparently Kay's Papa was real one. So I don't think she would lie about that. And also that's just not like Ace Attorney writing to be like that. Anyway, that will be all. So be sure to leave any likes and comments and all that jazz down below, or if you want. I don't know where to go with that. But oh gosh. Branko Burr, really. I'm so tired. Anyway, leave any likes, comments, and if you feel like sticking around to see more Ace Attorney, be sure to subscribe or follow on YouTube or Twitch, because I do dual cast to both, so pick the one you like more. And you're like, oh yes. And since this is the first stream of the week, for those who are watching around the time of recording, we got more Agatha Christie, Hercule Poirot, the first cases tomorrow. That's what's scheduled. Then Thursday is... we're gonna play some Pokemon Legends Arceus because of, yes, the Pokemon Direct just came out that had more ZA come. Did make me want to play Legends Arceus more. I think we're going to be working on the Pokedex some more because we are pretty close, but, you know, of course we got just like the fussy ones left to deal with. So we'll work on the Pokedex some more, so hopefully we can eventually get it so we can face off Arceus. So that'd be cool. And then, as always, we got Final Fantasy XIV on Friday. And we have I think today, actually, as of recording, we have the Little Ladies Day event going on, so we will definitely be doing the Little Ladies Day event. So that will be fun. But for now, that is all. So I thank you all so much for watching, whether it's live or in the VOD, and I bid you fond farewells with bye-bye! I hope to see you in another stream.